everybody, I'm here today to answer a simple driving test question that I get asked quite often. The question is, when should you take your driving test? Now, I'm not going to be talking about the specifics about the time of day, but rather I'm going to answer the question in terms of when you should be booking your driving test relative to your skill set. Now, here's the thing. The first factor that I'm going to put into the answer is the absolute minimum amount of time that you need your learner's permit before you book your driving test. Now, in most places, you're going to get your learner's license. Now, that is different wherever you live. Where I live, it's called a G1 license, but it's going to be different wherever you live, most likely. But you're going to get your learner's part of your license, and you're going to have that learner's license with those restrictions for a certain amount of time before you're even able to book the driving test. Now, first and foremost, whatever that amount of time is, let's say it's 1 year, I am really going to encourage you to try and be as ready as you can be for that 1 year mark to book your driving test to get your actual full license, okay? So try to be ready for that minimum timeline. But here's the thing, if you need more time, take more time. If the minimum amount of time is 1 year that you need to wait before you book your full driving test to get your full license, and you need another 6 months, well then by all means take 1 year and 6 months. But I encourage you to try and be as ready as you can be. Now, when the time comes close, when you are 2 or 3 months away from your absolute minimum waiting time, from the end of that minimum waiting time, I would recommend looking into booking your driving test. And the reason is you want to have as many options as you can with regards to the actual booking date and time of your driving test. If you go to book your test and you say, I want to book it for next week, and they say the only time that we have is Tuesday at 3 o'clock, and you know that you're going to be rushed to make it for 3 o'clock. You have your, school or work or an appointment during that day or that morning, whatever the case is. If it's just a bad date or time, then that means either you have to take that bad decision and go with it, or you're going to have to choose a date or time in the future, which postpones your license process. So go 2 or 3 months in advance, go well in advance, even 4 months in advance, and book your driving test for the actual date and time that you want. Now, there are so many factors that go into which date and time you should go for with regards to booking your driving test, but do what works for you. Pick a day that you're going to be free for the whole day, because you want to be well prepared for your test. Pick a time that's, optimal with regards to the sun shining, or maybe the lighting conditions, or whatever the case is, or traffic. You want to pick a time that makes the most sense for you and where you live and where you will be taking your driving test. Book it well in advance and practice as much as possible. You really want to make sure that you have all of the driving test skills down, absolutely pat, before you actually get into that car to take your driving test. So when you know that you've booked your test for 3 months from now, you really want to practice all of your skills. And on the day of the test, continue to practice, brush up on your skills. The week before the test, practice as much as you possibly can, okay? And if you do all of those things, then you will have the best idea of the answer for when you should be booking your driving test and when you should be taking your driving test. Bringing all of those factors together will actually give you the best chance at booking your driving test and taking your driving test and passing it. The goal is to take your driving test and pass. You want to get your license. So be sure to take all of these factors into consideration and then make sure that you book and take your driving test at the ideal time, the ideal day of the week, when you're ready to take it and you waited the minimum waiting period while having your learner's part of your license. And that's basically it. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.